Hey Kurt, here we are looking at your pitching delivery from a couple weeks ago. Just wanted to do this analysis here and just kind of give you maybe some things that you can work on in the off season and maybe get a little bit more velocity. There's a lot of things I like in your delivery, and I think that there's just a couple of things that you could probably work on here, and you'd see a jump in velocity and maybe a little bit more control. But it takes a little bit of work to kind of undo some of the things, habits, because you get into habits over the years, but if you kind of break it down and really work on it and get some video feedback and work in the mirror and stuff, you can really end up changing your delivery and see a jump and increase, because your velocity is not going to come from you're going to get bigger and stronger, but it's not about the biggest and the strongest. It's about who can get down the mound in the most efficient manner with the best mechanics and put the most force on the ball, which has a lot more to do with mechanics than it does size. So that's why you can see a guy like Tim Lincecum, who's only 5'8", 160, 170 pounds, and he's able to throw the ball 92, 93 miles an hour. And you got other big guys who can't get it over 85. So things I'm looking at here, I'm going to stop it here, and we're going to bring you back to set position. I like everything here. You're nice, good upright. You bring your knee up. A lot of guys who start with their hands up end up not bringing their hands back down, and that gets them pitching a little too early. Some guys keep their hands up the whole time. Some guys keep their hands down the whole time. Some guys move their hands up and down with their knee. But what you want to see is that when the knee comes down, you bring your hands down, which you do before you break your hands. I think you're breaking them right about in there somewhere. But the biggest thing I want to show you right here is you bring the knee up nice, okay? And right now what we like to see is what they call weight shift before handbrake, okay? And what you want to do is, this is the part where you're starting to pitch, and you want to see some movement away from that starting position down toward your target. The more forces you can put that way, the more force you're going to put on the ball. Okay. Now, as you go forward, you can see you kick the hip out, but notice how your head and your torso stay back. You really don't have any momentum going that way. It's all still back here, and you're crouching down. So all your forces are going down into the ground instead of out there. So physics is going to say that you're going to lose some efficiency there. I know you're starting from a straight leg, and so you're trying to get some bend in there, some flex in there, so that you can push away from there. And that's all good. This little bend here, right here, is good, but right here now you want to start driving. You want to start driving toward the target instead of coming down a little bit more. Now the good things that you do is you wait to break your hands, so that's good. So get your body a little bit further, but notice how your head still stays back. Okay, head still back. As you're going forward, you get a nice good stride. Good stride, you get a good leg drive here. A little bit of heel to toe action. That's a little bit, and the reason why is because you can tell your torso's back. You're not getting out up over that, but you end up getting into a good landing position. And striding out there, good back leg drive. Your arms in a pretty good position, pretty much to shoulder height. That's what we want. You want to see. The only thing is you're kind of going up that way instead of going down the other way. So that's what I'm saying. It's just a little inefficient. And as you can see, your lead arm. What we want to see here is the lead arm then going at your target and pulling your torso through and accelerating. Now you do a good job of that. You get the torso through, you get your head and your nose out over your knee, and you extend. But you can see a little loss of momentum because you don't really, it looks to me like you got more, because if you really had a lot of momentum going through there, your back would be flatter. Right? I'm going to show you a guy and kind of compare you to him and see if you can see what I'm talking about. This guy was in the national high school championships. Good, simple mechanics. He's a lefty, but I got him turned around for a righty. So he's throwing over 90. He's a little bit bigger than you, but again, that's not really the reason why he's throwing over 90 and you're throwing sub 80 or around low 70s. You can see here, watch how he gets going and his whole body gets going forward, his head, his torso, and his hips. You can see that part there, whereas let's unlock you here. You can see his head is back a little bit, and you might say, well, his head's back, but look how much further out his hips and leg have already started to drive on this side. Okay, he's got a nice straight leg, and as he goes forward, you can see when he gets to landing, now he lands a little bit heel to toe as well. He doesn't do everything perfect. It's not a perfect model, but there's a lot of good things that he does in here right. When he gets to landing versus your landing position, you can see, let's see, I got him at touchdown. Okay, you can see the position of his arm right at his target, and you can see a good back leg drive. Like I said, you have a good back leg drive, but notice because your arm started earlier, you're already starting to throw, whereas his is still coming up to the cock position. Okay, if I lock you guys up here, touchdown. And as you can see, he's just now coming through, and now he gets into position to throw, and you can see he's just that much quicker. Okay, a lot of good things that you do here. When you do get to landing, you do a nice job of bracing up on that knee. A lot of guys have a floating knee, and you'll lose efficiency there. But yours stays, I moved the camera a little bit, but you can see yours kind of locks in and throws. But you can see his position as he gets done is a lot flatter back. Okay, and I think a lot of that, if you can just start and kind of keep this in mind here, where this guy comes out and he starts going toward the target. You can see his whole body. He brings his hands down nice and balanced, breaks his arm, breaks his hand out of the glove, okay, gets his elbow up to shoulder height and delivers the ball. So those are the things that I would work on. Good luck.